Adventure Man Greg video production.
Well, howdy y'all, it's Adventure Man Greg, and I've got a great adventure lined up for us today. As you can see behind me, we got a map here. We're at the Arabia Mountain National Heritage Area, right beside the Nature Center, and we're going to take about a 5-mile hike around the mountain lake and then up to the top of Arabia Mountain. It's going to be a great hike going up this Monadnock, one of 3 Monadnocks, part of the Triple Hike Challenge during the month of March and Monadnock Madness. So I'm mad, so let's get on the trail and let's have a great hike, and I'll see you at the end. Well, you can see by the red dot there that we are here at the Davidson Arabia Mountain Nature Center. We're going to head down to the south parking lot, and that's where we're going to work our way to the trail around the lake first, and then we'll go up to the top. So strap on your boots, get on your pack, and get your hiking pole, and let's go. Alright, we're getting our first look at Arabia Mountain. You can see through the trees the rock as it is exposed. But we're going to take this really cool boardwalk. I guess it keeps us nice and dry. And you got to watch out when you're riding your bike, because you might run over snakes. I'm just kidding, that means it's slippery. And I would imagine it could be slippery for walkers too. So we're going to head this way, but eventually we're going to work our way up to the top. Oh boy, I am getting really close. You can see the mountain, or in this case the Monadnock, right behind me. Later on I'll explain what a Monadnock is, but for now it's just a fun word to say. So that's where we're headed. We're going to head up. In just a little bit we have to go to the trailhead at the end of this boardwalk. So if this doesn't get you excited, then nothing will. So let's hurry up and see if we can't get a great view from atop Arabia Mountain. Well, we're almost to the trailhead, but I just couldn't help but to stop and admire our first encounter with the red diamorpha. You can see the little red buds as they contrast to the gray rock. As we get to the top and I see more, I'll talk more about diamorpha. But for now, just enjoy its beauty, and we'll continue our hike. Like I said, we're almost to the trailhead. Oh no, it says the trail ends in the stop. But we've actually made it to the south parking lot of the Davis Arabia Mountain. As you can see, there's some parking, but it's very limited. They also do have facilities in case you need to go. But we'll come up here, the official start of our trek up this mountain, and share some of the highlights and views as we go. Now, one thing that is really cool is when you see folks that are taking care of injured and orphaned animals. This is the Aware Wildlife Center. If you want to know what Aware stands for, it's the Atlanta Wild Animal Rescue Effort. And as you can see, they've got cages and things so they can house a variety of animals that wouldn't have made it without their help. Always take a moment to get acclimated with the rules of your particular trail. In this case, we have a nice set of rules here, and then some other good information like do not leave valuables in your vehicles, and here no bikes are allowed. And then also, if you're a professional photographer, which I am not, you need to get you a permit before you can take pictures of this great and glorious place. One very important piece of information when you're hiking on this exposed rock is to don't be a plant killer, and try to walk where you don't see any type of wildlife. As you see, Over here we have a diamorpha pool. Do not walk in there. We have moss, as you can see. Then we have this lichen. Again, if you can avoid it, don't step on it. And you've got all kind of little oases of life. And this is just a good example of all that plant life. You've got a really cool area of moss, the lichen, and then as we continue our journey, you're going to notice these rock piles. Now this pile of rocks, although it seems somewhat decorative, actually has a very valuable purpose on the trail. This is called a cairn, not with a K but a cairn with a C, and as you can see, it shows us the route of the trail. So it's kind of like the Wizard of Oz, but instead of a yellow brick road, follow, 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 follow the great cairns. They'll take you to the top, and then you'll get to see the rock. If we wanted to continue our way up to the top, we could take a direct path straight up. But we're actually going to take this blue trail. One thing you'll notice is now we have some trees, so they could mark the trail with, in this case it looks like tape, but they can mark it and not have to use the cairns like they did on the rock. So let's go. You'll notice that this trail is much different than we were on the exposed rock. The rock itself is in essence a desert because there's nothing there that can retain water. But here we have trees and we have grass as well as other types of vegetation. So I would say in a few 100,000 years this dirt will also erode away, exposing more of that gray rock as erosion does its thing. The reason I like to take the loop around the lake is you get this really great view of the lake with Arabia Mountain in the background. So we're going to work our way around the lake and then we'll start our climb. So I'll be getting another shot from the other side of the lake probably in about 10 minutes. Stay tuned. I'm 8 minutes into going around the lake. I just can't believe this shot, so I decided to share it with you guys. So about 2 more minutes and we'll be over there, but man, is this a great trail and a great thing to see. I can't wait to view it from just over there at an elevated position on top of the rock. So here we go. Well, you never know what you're going to see on the trail. There's an old oil drum. As we transition from the forest back to the desert. Well, we're going to transition our way from the forest to the rock. Wow, it's very beautiful with the real vibrant colors. We did have rain recently, so the mosses are really green. And now we come from the forest to the desert. My 10-minute hike around the lake actually turned out to be 16 minutes. Had to really go way around, so that added just a little extra time, but that's okay because when you're hiking, don't try to be on a time schedule. And we're going to head up and get a really good view from up high. What I tell you, a little elevation and look at that view. It's gorgeous. We're going to continue our way over there so we can get to the top of this Monadnock. But some interesting things. There's a rock structure. I have no idea why it's here, but I'm going to go explore those red markings on the rock. I've never seen diamorpha actually grow on the side of a rock, so let's head over that way now. But watch our step, because we don't want to step on any of the plant life as we work our way over. What a disappointment. I thought that was red diamorpha, like in that solution pool, but it's nothing but graffiti. Shame on you graffiti artists trying to put your mark on Mother Nature. Let Mother Nature do her work. Still curious about that structure though. But let's head on to the top. Well, folks, we're just about to the top. And one way you can tell that you made it is you find this geodetic marker. It signifies that you made it to the top. So I'm going to stand on the mark, and then I'm going to get set, and then I'm going to go in a circle, and let you enjoy this panoramic view from atop Arabia Mountain. Hey, looky there. It is just beautiful, breathtaking, more ways than one, because to get up here, it literally takes your breath away. But now that I'm at the top, I've caught my breath, and now I'm gonna enjoy the scenery and then hike my way back down. Well, it's time to start our journey down off of Arabia Mountain. We're gonna pick up the cairns here and follow them back and go out the way you can come up when you take the shortcut, and not the way around that real pretty scenic lake. So there's the cairns that'll take us right down to where we started our journey on the Blue Trail. I'll probably do another take or two and then sign off. And but man, it's been really great having you tag along on one of the hikes of the Triple Hike Challenge. That's right. 3 Monadnocks, Stone Mountain. This is Arabia, and then Panola Mountain. Yep, I'm gonna do videos from them all, so stay tuned for that. But for now, we're gonna let the cairns lead us out. I promised I would explain what that red stuff was that we saw on our hike today. It is diamorpha. It's a succulent plant that grows on granite outcroppings. It's primarily going to bloom in between February and May. It grows in the solution pools, which is why it's very important to watch your step and don't step in those pools, because you'll ruin the habitat for this really cool and beautiful plant. So diamorpha is to die for, and try to keep it safe. So I hope I shared some knowledge and gave you some appreciation for some of the plants on this awesome ecosystem. On our journey today, we faced many dangers. Scaling exposed rock. Some areas were wet and slippery. We also had mud that we had to cross, and roots that could trip you. There were wildlife that could have posed a great danger, snakes for one. But probably the most dangerous aspect of this entire hike today is coming up. That's right, it's a pedestrian crossing. So this is probably where most people on this trail get hurt. So make sure to look both ways. We'll go ahead and activate the safety signal, and hopefully we'll get across to the other side safe and sound. We made it across, so as Barry Manilow likes to say,
looks like we made it. Left each other on the way to another.
woohoo, it looked like we made it. Woo-wee, folks, well, we did it. We did about a 5-mile hike today, starting here at the Nature Center, and we did a pretty good loop around the mountain lake up to the top of Arabia Mountain, and then back down. We made it safe and sound, even made it across that busy highway. Well, really a road, but it was still treacherous and dangerous. So I'm glad you guys came along, and I look forward to our next adventure. So until then, this Adventure Man Greg saying, I hope to see you on the trail. And y'all have a great day now.